I got a feeling this is gonna be a bumpy ride. So be sure to secure any loose items that you might have now. Hold on tightly to all of your belongings. You don't want to drop anything in here. If you drop something inside of here, there's a possibility we might not be able to get it back out again. So hold on really, really tight. Be sure to remain seated at all times, keeping our arms and legs inside the vehicle. And make sure the flash settings in our cameras are turned off. But most importantly, prepare yourselves, because we're going back to Skull Island. King Kong 3 6. That's what we call anything physically in the scene when they're filming that's not added later in post-production. So this version of the SS Venture in Skull Island were actually miniature models. Pretty impressive, right? Unless a pesky duck decides to swim into frame. That either looks like a little boat or a really big duck. Changes the focus this thing a little bit. It's one of the reasons our directors love using these metro sets. It's so much easier to do practical effects out here because, unlike a real city, we have full control.
An instrumental part of the process of designing these murals was getting to go to the Universal Archive. Going there, I got to see in person props from the movies, photos from behind the scenes, original illustrations from those movie posters, all this stuff. I had an early affection for movie monsters.
The double doors on the building are intentionally made smaller than regular double doors. They look like they're oversized, really big, but far back. It's a technique called forced perspective, and it makes the whole area look way bigger. Because in reality, this building with the blue doors right in front of us is where they were filming. So you can see how much smaller the set looks in real life, but on screen, that becomes this.
Is going to the bad place?
Maybe it's not all that bad.
How can I help you?
What is the bad place like?
Well, it doesn't sound awesome.
One place that is pretty awesome. On the right, we call this area our Court of Miracles. And the very first time the Frankenstein image was ever caught on film, happened right out here. Universal's continue to revolutionize the horror genre too. And our classic movie monsters have been some of the big... And we have the biggest costume and prop department in all of Hollywood. Literally millions of items. Anything that a production can need. And we don't just run to Universal Productions. Any production company is welcome to come and rent from us. But anything custom made for Universal production will also go back to the prop department. So we're always getting an inventory in. It's constant. Okay, everybody just remain calm, remain seated. That was a tiny tremor. We get those all the time. Okay. Alright, I guess hold on real tight. This is a little bit shorter than I thought it was going to be, but it's fine. 5, Earthquake, the big one! Our very first summer blockbuster, Steven Spielberg's Jaws. All right, now we're celebrating the 50th anniversary of Jaws, so we figured let's take a little trip to Amity Island. Now, full disclosure, the beach has been closed because there was a shark sighting, but our crew's been dispatched, so we're just gonna do a quick sweep. They're gonna let, oh, check it out. Oh, there, whoa. That's not the crew, that's a fin. That's a really big fin. The crew isn't still out there though, right? Oh, hey, buddy! I think you're gonna want to get back in your boat. Like right now, to get out of the water. Hey man, there's another shark. For real, you're gonna want to get back into your boat. Like, right? He's fine. He's okay, don't worry about that. Just don't look over there. We're gonna keep going. We're just gonna, okay. Alright, I guess now we're gonna hide behind some giant, highly flammable barrels of gasoline. Somebody inexplicably lined up on our pier. Did the shark just take part of the pier? Oh, okay, that's not good. Wait, I'm looking out here and I see a shark. Did you guys see the shark? Oh, I bet all that fire just scared him right off. No! Okay, maybe not. Oops. You just met the literal biggest horror icon of the 1970s, Bruce the Shark from the movie Jason at Martha's Vineyard. And nobody thought about the fact the salt water might react differently. So they put Bruce in the water, the salt jammed up all the gears, and the entire mechanical shark sank to the bottom of the ocean. Oh, hold on. Hey guys. Hey, can we turn on the sprinklers? Thank you. Alright, so to make the rain, we're going to take sprinklers, just kind of like a high-powered version of what you might use to water your lawn. Put them out of view of the camera up on these poles. Instead of spraying the water straight down, they shoot the water into the air, and then it can fall naturally to earth, and on screen, looks more like real rain. Alright, I think we get the idea. We can kill the sprinklers. Thanks again, guys. Whoa, too late, look out! Flash flood. Now all the water is gonna go under the bridge where it's pumped to the top of the hill to be released and recycled over and over again for the tours. It's not just for the tours though, that's a real set. Lady Gaga filmed a music video out there. She refused to use her stunt double. She got hit by all that water and just stood there looking fantastic, they didn't flinch. I know, it's like we get it, Gaga, you're amazing. This is how it looked in the movie Big Fat Liar with Paul Giamatti. You can't outrun the wolf, kid! Yeah, one thing got that. By the way, Big Fat Liar is such a fun movie to watch after you take the tour, right? It filmed all over the lot. You recognize just about every single set in this movie. Including this next area are Western sets. We call this part of the lot 6 points because originally this was 6 streets that met in a somewhat central point. Since each one had its own bank, jail, saloon, whatever you could need to make a good old-fashioned Western. In this silent film era, we didn't have to worry about any sort of audio overlap. So we could record 6 different Westerns at the same place at the same time. Now granted, they were a lot shorter back then. I mean like minutes long instead of hours, but we were shelling. It wasn't until years later that each of the studios kind of became famous for our own genres. Like Universal was known for the monster movies. MGM was known for the musicals, but we're the ones that filmed the classic musical Showboat. We also filmed at that same lake that was once the Black Lagoon from Creature from the Black Lagoon. They're gonna pass by our Jaws lake one more time too, so I wanna let
into a crate of tremendous designers at Universal that were trying to figure out how to replicate what the movie had done to audiences in a real way by building a physical shark that would come out of the water and terrify tourists as they were sitting in the tram. And the most amazing thing about the Jaws ride is it is exactly as it was from the time it was first placed on the Universal lot. There have been tweaks, of course, over the years, but it is essentially what the designers and myself all envisioned and created.
And we really do use all of our... It's also used for movies like Casper with Christina Ricci, was Nellyville for Kelly Rowland and Nelly's music video Dilemma, when she infamously gets mad that Nelly won't text back on an Excel spreadsheet. Classic. The Furious franchise. And one of my personal favorites, Bumblebee from Transformers. And keep your cameras out too, because we're gonna go from these iconic picture cars to one of the most iconic sets still standing in Hollywood. We're checking out the Bates Motel and the original screen-used Psycho house from Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho.
We all go a little mad sometimes.
And coming up on the left-hand side, this is the actual house from Psycho. No. Okay, apparently Norman Bates is home. Hi, Norman, we're just passing through. Just ignore us. It's like we're not even here. Okay, he's got a knife, so we're just gonna get going. Norman, you can go back inside. Just enjoy the rest of your day. I don't like the way you're looking at the tram. What you doing? Where are you going? Norman? Norman! Oh, look out! Oh, that was almost a complete disaster. That was almost as big a disaster as this epic disaster site from Paramount Pictures' War of the Worlds. Not surprising, this set's so incredible. It was dreamt up by Steven Spielberg, one of the greatest directors of all time, who got one of the greatest production designers of all time, Rick Carter, to execute his vision for this set.
The airplane crash site set is a perfect example of a set that is all designed around a vision that Steven had.
When we first began to sit down and talk about War of the Worlds, what if the 747 goes down right in a big neighborhood? Because it's just something you don't see.
And yes, that's a real 747 they brought out to be ripped apart and destroyed. They bought it from a retired airplane graveyard out in the Mojave Desert, and since it doesn't actually fly, they were able to buy it for only about $60,000, which, for a giant 747, that's a pretty good deal. But it cost them over $200,000 just to get it out here to the back lot. So, yeah, they get you the shipping and handling every time.
Close your eyes, okay? Stand close. Robbie, get in. Get in.
Now this incredible set from War of the Worlds, perfect example of production design that's made to look like an extraterrestrial alien invasion. But another perfect example is in Jordan Peele's movie Nope. That movie's not just visually stunning, the sound design is incredible. Because Jordan Peele knows sometimes what you don't see on screen can be even scarier than what you do.
Jordan Peele's film. What's a bad miracle? Well, you'll have to see our movie to answer that one. Until then, I hope you enjoy your visit to Jupiter's Clay.
Movie magic only happens when a team of collaborators, often in the hundreds, work together to take an impossible notion and bring it to life. This is Jupiter's Claim, a nostalgic, small-time Southern California amusement park owned by former child star Ricky Jupe Park. Over there, look into the winking well and have your picture taken just like the kids in that old 90s movie Kid Sheriff. That's what this whole place is loosely based on. Remember that one? No? Why? A little further down, you can see the brand new Star Lasso Experience. Built to showcase an unbelievable new live show. It's not looking so live anymore. Anyway, behind this Hollywood fantasy of a gold rush frontier town lies a sinister secret. It is smack dab in the center of UFO hotspot. Welcome to the world.
Now close your eyes. Listen to how just the sound design not only builds suspense, it can make it feel like things are moving around us, when in reality, nothing is. seen the movie, you know, they filmed on location in the desert, and I would all say they reassembled the whole set exactly like it was the movie, just for our tours.